Hey there. Today, I have a story that will make you laugh, cringe, and maybe even teach you an important lesson about boundaries and privacy. So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's dive into this unexpected and hilariously awkward moment in my life. It all started on a lazy Sunday afternoon. You know, the kind of day where you're just relaxing at home, feeling like treating yourself to a little self-care. So I decided to try on some new lingerie I had bought recently, a little pick-me-up just for me. I was in my room, admiring how it fit, feeling great, when suddenly, the door swung open. My nephew, who was staying over for the weekend, had barged in, completely unannounced. In that split second, I froze. He froze. We both stared at each other like deer caught in headlights. It was like time stopped. Of course, I quickly grabbed my robe, and he darted out of the room, muttering 1,000 apologies. Later, we had a good laugh about it, but it made me realize how important it is to establish clear boundaries, especially when you have guests in your home, even family. Moments like these remind us of a few key things. Always knock before entering someone's space. It's a small gesture, but it shows respect. When hosting guests, set clear expectations about privacy, whether it's a closed door or specific areas they shouldn't enter. And lastly, learn to laugh at life's awkward moments. They make for the best stories later. Have you ever had an awkward or funny experience like this? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss more of these real-life tales with a twist. All right, I have a story for you today. It's funny, awkward, and a little bit embarrassing. But hey, that's life, right? Imagine this. You're in your comfort zone, feeling good, and then, bam, something completely unexpected happens. Yep, that's exactly what went down last week. Let me set the scene for you. So last weekend, I decided to treat myself. You know how it feels when you've worked hard all week, and you just want to do something nice for yourself. Well, I ordered some new lingerie. A little self-care moment, just for me. No big deal. It arrived on Saturday morning, and I couldn't wait to try it on. It's funny how something as small as new clothes can make you feel amazing, right? Anyway, I had the house to myself, or so I thought. So there I was, in front of the mirror, checking myself out, when suddenly, the door burst open. My nephew, my teenage nephew, no less, just walked right in like he owned the place. I froze. He froze. It was like time stood still, and we were both trapped in the world's most awkward staring contest. And let me tell you, neither of us wanted to win that one. Before I could say anything, he stammered, I thought you weren't home," and bolted out of the room so fast, I swear he left a cartoon cloud behind him. I threw on a robe, still in shock, and couldn't stop laughing at how ridiculous the whole thing was. I mean, of all the times for him to forget to knock, it had to be then, right? Later, we had a little talk about privacy. I reminded him that closed doors mean you always knock first, and honestly, it was a good reminder for me too, to lock the door when I'm having my me time. Lesson learned on both sides. So, what's the moral of this awkward little tale? Respect people's personal space. It's a small habit that goes a long way. Double check your surroundings, especially when you have guests at home. And most importantly, don't take life's awkward moments too seriously. Sometimes, all you can do is laugh and move on. I mean, we all have those cringe-worthy stories that make us want to disappear in the moment, but later, they're the ones we laugh about the most. So have you ever had an awkward moment that you can laugh about now? I'd love to hear your stories in the comments. Let's share the awkwardness together. It's what makes us human. And hey, if you enjoyed this little slice of my life, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next story. Thanks for watching, and remember, life's too short to take yourself too seriously. Until next time. It all started on a quiet Saturday afternoon. You know those rare moments when the house is peaceful and you finally have some time to yourself. That was me. I had just received a package I'd been looking forward to all week, a little something special I had ordered online. Yes, it was some beautiful lingerie I thought would make me feel fabulous. I mean, why not treat yourself every now and then, right? It's all about self-love and confidence. The twist, the awkward moment unfolds. So there I was, in my room, trying it on, feeling great, and admiring how amazing it looked. Then, out of nowhere, the door swung open, gestures dramatically, eyes wide. And there stood my nephew, looking just as shocked as I was. We both froze like deer caught in headlights. I mean, what do you even do in a situation like that? Let me tell you, the silence in that moment was louder than any words could ever be. Before I could even process what was happening, he mumbled something like, "Oh, sorry," and bolted out of the room faster than I've ever seen anyone move. And there I was, standing there, thinking, did that really just happen? Laughs. It was the kind of moment where you don't know whether to laugh, cry, or just hide under the covers forever. Later, once the initial embarrassment wore off, we had a little chat. I reminded him about the importance of knocking, especially when doors are closed. And honestly, it was a reminder for me too. Lock the door next time. No exceptions. It's funny how these little moments teach us big lessons about respect, communication, and the importance of setting boundaries, even with family. Life's awkward moments are just part of being human, and they often make the best stories later. So, what's the moral of this story? Always knock before entering a room. It's a small act that shows a lot of respect. If you're having some me time, always lock the door. Seriously, it's worth it. And lastly, don't let awkward moments get you down. Life is full of them, and they often make for the funniest memories. Have you ever had an awkward moment like this? I'd love to hear your stories in the comments. Let's laugh about life together. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You won't want to miss the next story. Until next time, remember, life's too short to take yourself too seriously. Laugh a little, learn a lot, and enjoy every moment, awkward ones included.